Now, we were talking a bit about state and what you need to have in place so that you can be in a certain state in a certain circumstance. Take, for instance, where you're going to go into a show ring, it's a competitive situation, and you want to be at your sharpest, you want to be at your best. How would you like to go into the show ring? Pick a word, fill in the blank. How I would like to be feeling blank. You might say, I want to be confident, I want to be calm, I want to be poised, collected. Any of those are good states to be in when we go to perform. Then ask yourself, what would I need to have in place in order to go in to the show ring feeling like I'm in that confident, cool, collected, calm state of mind? What would I need to be thinking? What would I need to be believing about myself, about my capabilities? What would I need to be focusing my attention on at that moment in time in order to be at my best self? And consider that. Who are you when you're at your best? And what do you need to have in place in terms of your physiology, in terms of your thoughts, in terms of your belief? These are questions that are going to give you the answer of what would be smart for you to do before you go into the show ring. So take confidence, for instance. What would I need to be confident? Perhaps you might need a belief that you're capable. Perhaps you might need to do a little bit of breathing exercises or some other technique to get to the right level of activation of your nervous system so that you're alert, you're ready to go, but you're not overactivated, nervous, and filled with anxiety. You might need to be thinking, I got this, I'm prepared, and I'm ready for whatever happens in this class. These are things you might need in place. Now, some people might not have considered this before, and so it might take them a while to come up with what they actually might need. And in some cases, they might not even see themselves as being able to reach that state. In those cases, I suggest you say to you ask yourself, well, who do I know that would absolutely crush it before they went into the ring in a situation like this? And then consider, what would they need to be thinking, feeling, believing about themselves, about the situation, so that they can go into that class and be at their best. And I call this the recipe. What would they need to have in place? The steps they would need to take to put those things in place. These are all things you want to consider because it's a choice. Some people think this is just how I am. And that person that I know would come in and crush it. That's just how they are. That's not true. It's what's more true is the fact that they can access that state. So ask yourself, maybe not in the situation of going into a horse show, ask yourself in any situation in your life, when are you at your best? And then think about what needs to be in place for me to be in that state of mind, to have that attitude and that focus and level of nervous system activation and all of the things necessary. That's your recipe. And once you discover what that recipe is, what either you need to do or what the person that you're putting up there that you want to model has been doing. And if you can't figure it out, ask them, what do you believe in? What do you think? What are you feeling before you go into a situation like this to be at your best? And they'll probably tell you. And then it's simply a matter of following the recipe. Whether you're baking a delicious cake or you're talking about a recipe for your behavior, a recipe for your state of mind. It's it's all a doable thing. And it's simply a matter of discovering what needs to be in place and then taking the steps to get there. If it's a question of you get too nervous and excited, there's things you can do to lower your anxiety level. In an instant, there's things you can do. And it's simply a matter of choosing how you want to be, examining what's needed for you to be in that state of mind, and then putting the things in place to get there. Keep watching. Tom Mulryan, EquestrianHypnoCoach.com.